let's park it on that illustration. Swimming in the, who has swum in the ocean? Most people here have swum in the ocean. You know, I learned as a very small child the secret to swimming in the ocean. And, you know, I was never a good swimmer growing up. I didn't really learn the proper swimming technique until I was around 30, when Pastor Dave Berzins instructed me how to actually swim the right way. I wasn't a bad swimmer though, because I grew up around water and everything, but I did sort of like a lifeguard swim, like where you have your head out of the water and you're just kind of doing it, you know, but I'd never had any real training of how to actually swim right, okay? But, you know, we'd grow up, we'd go to the beach, we'd go out in the ocean, we'd swim. But even though I didn't have great technique or great form, I was able to swim way out in the ocean and swim way back to shore without any issues because I learned the secret. And I'm going to tell you that secret right now, okay? If you, it's 3 payments of $19.95, and you too can have these secrets. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, you know, this is the secret to swimming in the ocean. And again, I'm not claiming to be any kind of an expert. I'm telling you, this is what I discovered as a tiny child, is that the current, as the waves come in, it's a back and forth, right? It pulls you out, in, right? Because the waves kind of suck you out and then they throw you back in. And it's a back and forth, right? Here's what I learned as a kid, is that when the current is moving toward the shore, you swim hard with the current and then you're going like super speed, right? Because the current's pushing you to the shore and you're swimming toward the shore, you're just like, I mean, you're flying. But here's what I learned, is that when the current is pulling you away from shore, you don't swim against the current, you just stop. You just wait, you just rest. Who knows what I'm talking about? So, you know, otherwise, because what you'll see some people, they're just swimming the whole time. I gotta get back to shore, I gotta get back to shore. And what happens is they're swimming back to shore, and when the current's pulling them away, the fact that they're moving actually makes them move away faster. And they're wasting energy. You can't fight that current. It's too strong. So the key is you just pause and let the current take you back a little ways. And then when it starts moving with you, you jam. And then you wait, and then you jam. You do that, you can always get back to shore. You know, because that gave me a little more confidence to swim out in the ocean a little bit, because I always knew I could get back because I knew the secret. Don't fight the current. That's the secret. You cannot fight the current. Same thing if you're swimming in a river or something. If you try to fight that current, you can drown. Sometimes you'll be in a river and the river will just suck you underwater. Who's ever had that experience? Where you just get sucked under the water. You can't fight that. People will try to fight that and they'll just drown. They'll just keep fighting until they die. Then I learned, let it suck you under. And just see where you want to take me, river? Let's go. Where you want to go? Let's go. Because it'll take you somewhere that eventually leads to breathing, getting out of the water, right? Sometimes you have to let it suck you under and take you down a few feet, and then it'll be like, okay, now you can get up when I say you can get up. Okay. And this is the thing, you know, don't fight the will of God. The will of God is like that current, that force of nature that's way stronger than you. No matter how strong you are, you're not stronger than the ocean. You're not stronger than a raging river, right? And this is how God's will is. God has His way and His plan. Don't fight it. Sometimes you just have to wait. Sometimes you just rest. Sometimes you just relax. Sometimes you just go with the flow of what God is doing to you. Just go with it, and then eventually God's going to start bringing the current where you want to go. And when the current's going where you want to go, then you can ride that wave, and God's going to give you the desires of your heart, and you're going to surf that wave, and it's going to be totally tubular, okay? But you have to not fight against God. You can't fight God. You can't fight His plan. And you can't be like, well, right now I'm supposed to be waiting for God, but I might as well be doing something. Might as well be doing something. Yeah. Okay, you're going to drown trying to fight that current. Wait on the Lord. The law of his God is in his heart, verse 31. None of his steps shall slide. None of his energy is going to be wasted. Your energy is only wasted when you're swimming against the current. Yeah. When you're fighting the current, that's when you're wasting energy. When you're sliding down the hill, that's when you're wasting energy. God is going to give you the traction where you're always moving forward in your life. The wicked watcheth the righteous, verse 32, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he's judged. Wait on the Lord and keep his way. He shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I've seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. And so if you want to be on the good side of this equation, you've got to patiently wait for the Lord. You got to trust in the Lord. Wait. Be patient. What do I mean by that? Trust the program. Trust the promises of God. Trust the Bible. Trust that he will see you through, that he'll be on your side, that every step you take, no matter how painful or difficult, is bringing you closer to the destination. You are going the right direction if you're following God's word. If you're doing right, have that faith. Keep moving forward. Patiently wait for him. Meaning, don't feel like, well, I can't wait for God to come through any longer, so I'm just going to jump in and just do it myself. Now look, I'm all for you doing stuff yourself, but not if it means violating the commands of God. So what would be an example of, well, I'm just going to jump in and do it myself? How about this? Well, I just can't get ahead financially, so I'm just going to quit going to church and I'm just going to work all day Sunday and I'm just going to work through the church services because I got to make money right now. You know what you're doing? You're swimming against the current. You're going to drown. You're swimming against the current is what you're doing. It's stupid. Even a little child with no one explaining this to him is smart enough to figure out, hey, I noticed that when I swim against the current, I move farther from the land than if I just go limp and do nothing and then swim with the current. Yeah. The current is going to go your way, but you have to wait for the current to go your way. That's when you go. You go when God says go. You stop when God says stop. You wait when God says wait. Another patient waiting. How about patiently waiting to get married before having that physical relationship? Yeah. Well, it's taking too long. I'm just going to go out and commit fornication. Get ready to drown because you're not patient. You're not waiting for the current to go your way. You're swimming against the current and as a force of nature, and you can't fight God. God will win every time. Be patient. Wait on the Lord. Trust the Lord. If you trust in him, he'll be on your side. He'll take care of you. And your end will be peace. Your end will be the desires of your heart. You will get what you want out of this life. But you've got to give God what he wants out of your life first. Make the sacrifice to the Lord first. Get the rewards later. Otherwise, be sacrificed by the Lord, be smoked on his altar so that some other righteous person can thrive.